So in Tableau, the last type of calculations, table calculations, table calculations. So in Tableau till now what we have discussed is one part, and what we are going to discuss is the next level, the second level of Tableau. Okay, the second level of Tableau. So we go to the analysis, and if you open the calculated field, in the bottom we can able to see the table calculations. Okay, so these table calculations are different if we compare with the normal calculations. These table calculations are different in multiple aspects. The first aspect is, if you take the normal calculations, they are going to execute at the data source level as the part of query. As the part of underlying query, the normal calculation they are going to execute. Okay, whereas the table calculations are opposite to it. The table calculation they are going to execute, okay, at the Tableau level after the query execution. So post query, the table calculation is going to execute at the Tableau level. So what does it mean? Let me explain this. Just a minute. I'll open one diagram. So we take the basic expressions and we take the LOD expressions. So all the LODs are the new features from Tableau 9 base. So all the basic expressions and the LOD expressions, they are going to execute as the part of the underlying query. Okay, that means they are going to execute at the data source level. Whereas the table calculation, they are opposite to it. All the table calculations they execute post query. So after the query execution, all the table calculations they are going to execute at the Tableau level. All the table calculations they are going to execute at the Tableau level. So we talk about table calculations, we should know two things. While computing the table calculations, we should know two things. If you're working with the table calculations, we should know two things. The two things are, number one, what type of calculation we are performing, and number two is where we are performing that calculation. Okay, while working with the table calculations, we should know two things. Number one, what type of calculation we are performing, and number two, where we are performing that calculation. So first, let me start with the first one. What type of calculation? So what type of calculation means? In table calculation, we have the different types of calculations like difference from, percent of total, etc. In table calculation, we have the different calculation types. So where you can able to see those table calculations, just drag any field and drop it into the rows. If you right click on this field, here we can able to see one option called as add table calculation. If I click on this add table calculation, here we can able to add the table calculation type. If I click on the drop down in the table calculation type, here we can able to see the different table calculations like different from, percent. So all these are the different table calculations. Available, and we can add the table calculations only on the measure fields, not on the dimensions. Here we are having the sales. On the sales field we can able to add the table calculation as sales being the measure. What about dimension? Let me drag the dimension and drop it into columns. If you right click on the dimension, here we are not seeing any option like add table calculation. So we can able to add the table calculations only on the measures. Only on the measures we can able to add all the required table calculations. Okay. So if you are implementing the table calculation, we should know two things. Number one, what type of calculation we are performing, and number two, where we are performing that calculation. So what type of calculation means? We have the different types of calculations like difference from person, difference from etc. So now let's say for example we have one table calculation called as rank. Okay, the rank is also one type of table calculation. So right click on it, we can able to find that. You go to add table calculation, here we're having the rank. Okay, so let's assume that I would like to implement rank. So where I would like to implement is rank. So after selecting the table calculation type, the second step is we need to identify where we are performing that calculation. So where we are performing that calculation means we need to identify like at the table level are we performing that calculation, or at the pane level are we performing that calculation, or at the cell level we are performing that calculation. Okay, so just we need to specify the scope. So again, where we are performing that calculation is having two parts. Number one, addressing part. Number one, addressing part, and number two, partitioning part. Okay, where we are performing that calculation having two parts. Number one, addressing part, and number two, partitioning part. So what addressing part will do? Addressing part, it is going to define how we are going to address the calculation. It means at the table level where we want to perform, or at the pane level we want to perform, or at the cell level we want to perform. So after selecting the addressing type, or at the time of addressing the calculation, Tableau will divide that visualization into multiple parts, okay, using some dimensions. Tableau will divide that visualization into multiple parts. Each and every part is known as the partitioning part. Okay, so in the addressing part, we have the different addressing options like table down, table table across, okay, pane across, pane across, etc. These are the different addressing parts available, or the different addressing options available. Okay, so let me discuss about the different addressing options we're having. So the different addressing options we're having are the first one is table across. So what table across will do? So before discussing the table across, let me recap the things again. So if you're working with the table calculation, the table calculations are the next level of the calculations in Tableau. All the table calculations they are going to execute at the Tableau level. So post the query, it means after the execution of the query, they're going to execute at the Tableau level. So if you want to apply, or if you want to implement any table calculations, we should know two things. The first thing is what type of calculation we are performing. So what type of calculation means in Tableau we have the different calculation types like difference from person, difference from rank, etc. All these are the different calculation types. And number two, where we are performing that calculation. So again, where we are performing that calculation is having two parts. Number one, addressing part. Addressing part, it is going to define how we are going to address the calculation. It means how we are going to perform that calculation. So at the table level we want to perform, or at the pane level we want to perform, or at the cell level we want to perform, or at the required field level we want to perform. So the different addressing options available are table down, table across, pane down, pane across, table across then down, pane across then down, cell, and even we can take the individual fields, and also we can take the multiple fields. So at the time of addressing the calculation, Tableau will divide the visualization into multiple parts. Okay, at the time of addressing the calculation, Tableau going to break down that visualization into multiple parts using some dimensions. So those dimensions will act as the partitioning parts. Okay, So first let's start with the addressing part. In the addressing part, the first option is table across. So what is table across? If you're performing the calculation, across the table horizontally like this, if you are performing the calculation across the table horizontally like this, It is called as table across. Okay, so it is one complete visualization. We are having here the year-wise, quarter-wise sales across the multiple categories and the region. So if we perform the calculation across the table horizontally, it is called as table across. Let's say, for example, here I would like to compute the rank. Then how can we compute the rank? We can able to compute the rank. If we're computing the rank means a Tableau will take all the values in the first row as one partition, and Tableau going to compute the ranks. Okay, a Tableau going to compute the ranks. Again, Tableau going to compute the ranks in the second row, and again Tableau going to compute the ranks in the third row. So a Tableau going to take each and every row as one partition. Here Tableau going to take each and every row as one partition. So here how Tableau going to partition the visualization by using some dimensions. So here which dimension is acting as the partitioning field? Year and quarter. Here year and quarter will act as the partitioning fields. Here why year and quarter will act as the partitioning fields? Because here as we are performing the calculation across the table horizontally, we are taking the complete row as one partition and we are performing the computing. So it is called as table across. What about table down? If we perform the calculation down the table vertically, down the table vertically like this, if we perform the calculation down the table vertically like this, it is called as table down. Here we will take each and every column as one partition. Here we will take each and every column as one partition. So here which fields are offering us the partitions? Category and the region. Here category and the region will offer us the partitions. Okay, here category and the region will offer us the partitions. So here this kind of performing the calculation is called as table down. Next, what about pane down or what about pane across? You have seen the table down, right? So what about pane down means if we take only one pane. If we perform the calculation down the pane vertically like this, if we perform the calculation down the pane vertically like this, it is called as pane down. Okay, it is called as pane down. Similarly, here category and the region are giving us the panes. And what about the pane across? If we perform the calculation across the pane horizontally like this, it is called as pane across. Okay, if we perform the calculation across the pane horizontally like this, it is called as the pane across. Okay, and we have one more option called as table across then down. So what is table across then down? So first, if we perform the calculation across the table horizontally, and if we continue till the second row, and again if we continue across the horizontally like that till the last row of the visualization, it is called as table across then down. And we have one more option called as pane across then down. So if we perform the calculation first across the pane horizontally, and if we continue to the second row, and if we continue till the end of the pane, it is called as pane across then down. And we have one more option called as cell. So what cell indicates? So if we perform the calculation at each and every value level, it is called as cell. Okay, it is called as cell. So these are the default addressing options available, and not only these addressing options, we can able to apply using the fields also, and we can take multiple fields also. Okay, so in Tableau, if we want to implement the table calculations, we can able to implement in two ways. In Tableau, if we want to implement the table calculations, we can able to implement the table calculations in two ways. The two ways are: number one, automatic way. We can able to implement the table calculations in two ways. The two ways are: number one, automatic way, and number two, manual way. So in automatic way, we no need to write the formula. Tableau automatically generates the formula. Whereas in the manual way, we need to write the table calculation formula manually. So let's start first implementing the table calculations in the automatic way. Let's start first implementing the table calculations in the automatic way. So while implementing the table calculations, if we want to implement table calculations, what we need to know? Two things. Number one, type of calculation we are performing. So first I would like to perform difference from. First I would like to perform the difference from calculation. So what difference from will do? With the help of the difference from, we can able to compute growth. With the help of the difference from, we can able to compute growth. So we can able to perform the growth calculation. So I know my calculation. Next, if we want to define the addressing option means we should know about our visualization. So why we should know about our visualization means as the table calculations are executing at the Tableau level, okay, all the table calculations they depend on the table structure. All the table calculations they depends on the table structure. So I'm taking the order date. Here Tableau going to show all the years, and I'm taking the profit. So now here I'm showing year-wise total profits. So here I would like to get the profit growth. So what is profit growth? So let's say in the year 2010, here is the amount of profit I have received, and in the year 2011, it is the amount of profit. Okay, so the superscript got. So what's the meaning of growth? The current value minus previous value, right? So you have to take the difference of 2011 with 2010. If you want to get the 2011 growth means, and if you want to get the 2012 growth means the difference of 2012 minus 2011, and 2013 growth means the difference of 2013 with 2012. In that way, we have to find out the growth. So to find out the growth, so just simply now I am implementing the table calculation in the automatic way. So how to implement me? Just simply right click on the profit, add table calculation, or selecting add table calculation. Here we are seeing the calculation type. What the calculation type difference from? And here how we want to address the calculation. Here we are having all the values in the vertical way, like in the form of table down, and we have to get the difference from previous. So previous means what? Tableau will take each and every value and it will take the previous value and take the difference of the current value with the previous value. Not only previous, we can able to find out the difference with the next value, first and last. So in the automatic way, we can able to find out the difference in 4 ways by comparing with the previous, next, first and the last. So let me hit apply and hit OK. So now here we got the growth. See here we got the growth. So let me build a text table. So in the top here we got the profit, and next here we got the difference. I would like to change this name to growth. So how to change the name? Just simply right click on this, click on edit alias and change the alias name to growth. Hit OK. So now it is showing us the profit and the growth. So let me cross check this value and this value is correct or not. I'm opening cancel. Okay, so I'm taking the 2011 value, which is 1389082. Okay, and it is a 2011 value minus 2010 minus 10,555,35. So how much value we got? Same. Okay, 3,30,547. So once let's compare the 2013 values. 2013 value is 2,555,413 minus 17,1745 and 3. So 8,37,960. It is a growth for the year 2013. Okay, but usually we will indicate the growth in terms of the percentages, right? So how to get the growth percentage? We have one more calculation called as percent difference. We have one more calculation type called as percent difference from. With the help of the percent difference from, we can able to get the growth percentage. Usually we will show the growth in terms of the percentages. So now let me show here the display the growth percentage. So how to add the table calculation? Right click on the profit, add table calculation. The calculation type is second type, percent difference from, and difference along my table down, and difference from the previous. Just click on apply and click on OK. So first I got the growth. Let me show the profit also. Where there is the growth percentage. Let me change the area's name. Growth percentage. Hit OK. So we compare 2011 and 2010, the growth is 31%. And we compare 2012 and 2011, the growth is 23.64. We compare 2013 and 2012, the growth is 40.79%. So here we got the growth and the growth percent. Okay, here one important thumb rule is all these calculations they are performing at the Tableau level. Okay, all these calculations they are performing at the Tableau level. So let's discuss one more task. This time I'm taking year and month. Year and month. So every year I would like to compare my profits. Every year I would like to compare my profits. Let's say with November. Every year I would like to compare my profits with the November, and I would like to get the growth and the growth percentage. So how to compare with the November? So each and every value I would like to compare with the November. So how to get the growth? We can right click on the profit. We can add the table calculation, and here we can take like difference from. Here we can take like the difference from. We can take previous, next, first or last. But here I am having the November. Okay, so as my last but one. So how to compare with the last but one? So just simply drag the number and drop it into either first place or last place. Drag the number and drop it into either first place or last place. Here I have dragged the number to the last place. See here. Here I have dragged the number to the last place. Now here add the table calculation. Now we can able to compare with the last value. Right? So it is as we want to compare with every year means what is addressing. So table down means Tableau going to compute the complete table for all the 4 years. As if we want to compute for every year, we have set the addressing as pane down and the difference from which value, last value. So click on apply and click on OK. So now it is showing for every year. For November it is showing 0. It means to subtract the same value to itself, the difference is 0. Now again I'm taking the profit and I'm dropping into the visualization. I'm dropping into the visualization. Now I would like to show the growth percentage. How to get the growth percentage? Right click, add table calculation. It is percent difference from, addressing as pane down and difference from the last. Click on apply and click on OK. So here we got the percentage for every year. Here we got the percentage for every year, and let me show the project. So if we want to compare with any specific value and the value is in the middle of the visualization, drag that value and drop it into either first place or last place. Next, let me take one more example. I am taking continent. I am taking continent and I am taking order of priority. I am taking continent, I am taking order of priority, and taking order of quantity. Now here I would like to compare. Here I would like to compare all the continents, all the order quantities. I would like to compare all the continents, all the order quantities with Asia not specified. Asia not specified, and I would like to get the growth. I would like to compare all the continents, all the order quantities with Asia not specified, and I would like to get the order quantity growth. So now it is in the middle of the visualization, right? So first drag the Asia and drop it into the bottom. First drag the Asia and drop it into the bottom. So as not specified is with the last, so now we can able to compare. So how to compare? Just right click on it and table calculation. The calculation type is difference from, addressing is table down as we have to compare with the not specified Asia, and it is in the last value of the table. Just set the difference from last. Click on apply, click on OK. So now it is comparing with what? Now it is comparing with the order quantity of, okay, now it is comparing with the order quantity of not specified in the Asia. And here we got the growth, and to get the growth percentage, right click on it, add table calculation, percent difference from table down, difference from last. Click on apply and click on here we got the growth percentage. So now in all the three calculations, just we haven't written any code manually. Okay, here just we're defining the options and Tableau is automatically generating the code or formula. So where we can able to see that formula. If you click on any table calculated field, so how to know the table calculated fields? Okay, how to differentiate the table calculated fields with the normal fields? All the table calculated fields will be indicated with one Greek symbol called as delta. All the table calculated fields will be indicated with one Greek symbol known as delta. So now to double click on that table calculated field, here we can able to see the formula associated with that. Click here, see the formula of it. It is the formula behind the calculation of this here. It is the formula behind the calculation. Okay, it is the formula behind the calculation. So what about in 8? In 8, if you go to Tableau 8, let me go to Tableau 8. So we go to Tableau 8. So in Tableau 8, sorry, I have written 9 only. I apologize, take Tableau 8.3. So I'm connecting to Superstore. Okay, so I'm taking continent and I'm taking sales. Okay, so now how to add table calculation? The process in right click, add table calculation. I'm taking difference from the previous. So now here we have an option called as customize. If you click on customize, you can able to see the formula here. Whereas we don't have any customize option in Tableau 9. Okay, if you add the table calculation in Tableau 8, in the table calculation window we are having one option called as customize. If I click on customize, we can able to see the table calculation formula. Where in Tableau 9 we don't have any customize. If you right click on the profit, add the table calculation, here we don't have any customize option. So directly we can able to view the formula by double clicking on that field. Okay, by double clicking on that field we can able to view the formula. So next I am taking category, or let me take one more. Instead of taking category, I am taking year. Okay, I am taking all the months. I am taking all the months in every customer segment. In every customer segment, and I'm taking sales, and I'm taking sales. So here I'm taking customer segment wise, month wise, sales every year. Okay, customer segment wise, month wise, sales every year. So here I would like to compare. So each and every month sale across the multiple years, okay, with the December 2011. With this value, I would like to compare. All the month sales across the multiple years in every customer segment. In every customer segment, I would like to compare this value with all other values. So how to perform the comparison? Just drag this value and so just perform the exclusions. Don't do any exclusions. So just place the December into top and just place 20 down into the first place. It is the one way, okay? So just place the December into top and 20 down into the first place. Okay, now we can able to compare each and every value with what? Each and every value with the December 2011, or if you want to come with 2012, drag 2012 and drop into the first place. So here I would like to compare all the months, all the years sales with December 2012, and I would like to do it for every customer segment. So how to add the table calculation? Add table calculation, difference from here what I was saying, as we have to compute for all the months. It means we have to continue the calculation across the pane. So it is pane across then down or pane down then across. Both the addressing options give the same output. So I'm taking pane across then down and difference from first. Click on apply and click on OK. So now let me change the addressing to pane down then across. So how to change the addressing? Just simply right click on it. If you go to edit table calculation, it is computing pane across then down. Just select pane down then across. Click on apply and click on OK. See, the output haven't changed it yet. So now drag the sales. Okay, now drag the sales and drop it into the visualization. Now drag the sales and drop it into the visualization. Now I would like to get the sales growth percentage. So how to get the sales growth percentage? Just simply add table calculation. The calculation type is percent difference from. Addressing is pane across then down, because we have to compute for every customer segment. Just select difference from first, click on apply and click on off. Now here what we got, here we got the percent here. In every customer segment for December, here what Tableau is showing is 0. It means we will take the difference of current value with itself, the difference is 0, right? So in this way we can able to set the required addressing and we can able to perform the required calculations. So we take the difference from is used to compute growth, and if we take the percent difference from, it is used to compute the growth percentage. So till now, any questions guys? Any questions on these tasks? Any questions? Yes.
The last one you showed, right? That means add growth percentage. You said it's for the customer segment, right?
Yeah, for every segment.
So previous to that, we have actually done for December. That means December 2012.
Yeah.
So can you explain how is it different? That means it's showing 0.00 at the same position actually in sales also.
No, it is the growth and it is the growth percentage, right?
Okay. No, the growth percentage is for December 2012 compared with all the other this one,
yes.
Or
yes, exactly. Here for every customer segment, I am comparing all the months, all the years with December 2012. So every customer segment is on one pane, right? Here every customer segment we are having on one pane. Here what we want to compare is all the months across the multiple years. We have to compare with December 2012.
Okay.
It means the difference of December 2011 with this value, 2010 with this value, 2013 with this value. Similarly, Jan 2012, all the values with this value.
Right. The growth also is the same formula, right?
Yes.
Growth also is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, if you take 2011, what is 2011 value? 1,60,000, and what is the 2012 value? 143,000. So, what is the difference? 20,000. See how much you got? 20,000. Okay, and if you take 2010, what is the value? 153,000. 2012, 143,000. 960, it is 507, so it is close to 9 lakh So 9,547. And 20, that means 88,218 minus 143,000. So it is going to extract the minus value. As that is value is smaller, it is giving us the value in terms of negatives. Is making sense? Or next again Jan 2012 with this value. So 128 minus 143 minus 15,000. And again 80,000. 80,000 minus 143, 63,000. Alright. So the third type of calculation is percent from. So with the help of the percent from, we can able to compute absolute change. With the help of the percent from, we can able to compute absolute change. What's the meaning of absolute change? Comparing each and every value with the required value. Comparing each and every value with the required value is called as the absolute change. Okay. So just for a Tableau, let's say for example I'm taking continent and I'm taking sales. So here which continent is having the highest sales? Here Asia is having the highest sales. So I would like to compare each and every continent with the Asian, and I would like to see how much percentage of the sales they got when compared with the Asian. Okay, here I would like to compare each and every continent with the Asia, and I would like to know, okay, how much percentage of the sales they got when compared with the Asian. So how to perform those kind of calculations? So those kind of calculations are called as the absolute changes. So I'm placing Asia in my last place. So just add table calculation. The calculation type as person from, and addressing as table down. Okay, addressing as table down, and percentage of last. Now here we are going to compare each and every value with the last value. Just click on apply and click on OK. So we compare the sales, we compare the Asia sales with the Africa sales. So the Africa sales is equivalent to 18.32%. And if we compare the Australia sales with the Asia sales, so Australia sales is equivalent to 3.67%. And if we compare the North America with Asia, it is equivalent to 90.51%. So just to know how each and every value is comparing with the targeted value. So it is known as absolute change. Next, let's say I'm taking year and I'm taking month, year and I'm taking month, and I'm taking profit this time. So this time I would like to compare, all the months with the profit of the November every year. All the months with the profit of the November every year, and I would like to get the absolute change. So just place a number, I'm placing it in my first place. So how to get the absolute change? Add table calculation. The type is percent from, addressing is pane down, and percentage of first. So just click on apply and click on OK. So once drag the profit and drop it into the visualization, and first take the profit. Okay, so we compare 2010 November with the December, it is equivalent to 80%. And we compare 2011 November with the December, it is on 70%. And we compare 2012 November with the December, it is only 48%. And we compare 2013 November with the December, it is 67%. So in that way, we can able to compute the absolute changes. Okay, next, the fourth type of calculation is percent of total. So with the help of the percent of total, we can able to identify how each and every value is contributing to the total. Okay, how each and every value is contributing to the total. So let me explain this also with an example. So I am taking content into my columns. and I'm taking sales. This time I'm having sales values in the form of text table, and in the form of, let's say, in the horizontal way, I'm having the sales values. Here I would like to know how much percentage of the sales contributed by Africa to the total. So here, first of all, how to get the total here? So how to get the total means, so here we're having one tab called as analysis. Just go to analysis. In the analysis, just go to totals, and in the totals, click on row grand totals. If you click on the row grand totals, here we can able to see the grand total. It is the grand total value, and it is the Africa value. So if you want to know how much Africa has contributed to the grand total, we have to divide what Africa value with the total value. So how to do it using table calculations. So we have a separate calculation type. So just simply right click on the sales, add table calculation. So the calculation type is percent of total, the fourth type. The calculation type is percent of total. And here what about the addressing option? Here all the values I'm having across the table horizontally. Here all the values I'm having across my table horizontally. So it is table across. So just click on apply and click on OK. So we see the grand total, this grand total. So I'm taking the sales, and again I'm dropping into the visualization. Yes, if you take the total sales, so the Africa is contributing 6.81% to total sales, and Australia is contributing 1.36. Next, the Europe is contributing 8.56 to the total sales, and similarly, North America is contributing 30.62% to the total sales. In that way, we can able to identify how each and every value is contributing to the total. Next, let's compute for every year. I'm taking year, I'm taking month. So I'm taking profits. So here I'm showing year-wise, month-wise profits. So here I would like to know every year, what is the contribution of all the months to the complete total profits. So how to achieve that? Just simply add table calculation of type percent of total, and what is the addressing here? Every year means it is paying down. It is paying down. Just click on apply and click on OK. Now drawing the profit and drop it into the visualization. Okay, now see here. So in the year 2010, November has contributed 32%, and in the year 2011, November has contributed only 31.74, and in the year 2012, November has contributed 40%, and 2013, November has contributed 30.4%. So in that way, we can able to identify how much each and every value has contributed to the total. Let me take one more example. I am taking continent, customer segment, and here I am taking order quantity. So here I would like to know across all my continents, across all my customer segments, and even across all my years, I would like to know the percentage of the order quantity, the complete order quantity of the superstore. So the entire order quantity of the superstore, I would like to know what's the contribution of all the continents, all the customer segments across the multiple years. So at my complete visualization level, I would like to know the total order quantity contribution to the entire order quantity of the superstore. So how to add that? Add table calculation. So calculation type is percent of total. Addressing is table down because entire visualization. So just click on apply and click on OK. So the entire continents and entire years, and enter the customer segments. In Asia, the corporate got 13%, and in 2013 the corporate got 15%. So they are the major contributors. Corporate is the major contributors across the Asia and the North America. So it's about the percent of total. So till now we have discussed 4 different types of table calculation. Number 1, difference form. Difference form is used to compute growth. So next, number 2, percent difference form is used to compute the growth percentage. And number 3, percent from is used to find out the absolute change. And next, number 4, percent of total is used to compute each and every value contribution to the total. So any questions on this on these 4 types of calculations? Any questions on these 4 types of calculations? Okay, it seems you people are good. Now let me go to the next type of calculation, rank. Okay, one important calculation type, rank. Okay, rank. So in Tableau we're having 4 different types of ranks. The 4 different types of ranks are: number 1, unique rank; number 2, competition; number 3, modified competition; and next number 4, dense rank. Okay, in Tableau we're having 4 different types of ranks. The 4 different types of ranks are unique rank, competition rank, modified competition, and the dense rank. So let me explain these 4 different types of ranks with one example data. So I'm taking SID, student ID, and marks. So I'm taking S1, I'm taking the data in the descending order. Sorry, in the descending order. S1, I'm taking 99, S2 98, S3 98, S4 97, S5 97, S6 97, S7 97, S8 96, S9 96, S10 95. So it is a student wise marks I'm having. So if I take unique rank, how the unique rank going to work? If I take the unique rank, how the unique rank going to work? Unique rank uniquely allocate the ranks. Unique rank uniquely allocate the ranks even though if the values are repeating. Even though if the values are repeating, unique rank going to allocate the ranks uniquely. So for the highest mark the rank is 1, it is going to start from the highest value. Next for 98 the rank is 2. Again here the value is repeating. Even though if the value is repeating, it will maintain the rank unique. So the name itself is telling unique rank means it will maintain the rank value unique. So 98 3 and again 97 4, again 5. So again the 97 the same value multiple times. 7, 96 8, 96 9, and 95 10. It is the behavior of the unique rank. What about competition? What about competition rank? Competition rank uniquely allocate the ranks if the value is unique. Okay, if the value is unique. So now here for the highest value it is going to allocate the first rank. So 1. Next, what the next value? 98. So both the values are unique. The rank is 2. Next again 98. So if the 98 is repeating. So if the value is repeating, competition assigns the same rank. If the value is repeating, competition assigns the same rank for the repeating values. So now here what is same rank here? For the 98 again the rank is 2. Again the rank is 2. Next value is different. So for the next rank, what competition will do means competition will count number of times the rank is repeating. So how many times this rank is repeating? This rank is repeating 2 times. This rank is repeating 2 times. So competition going to count number of times the rank is repeating, and it is going to add that count to the current rank. So this rank is repeating 2 times. And what is the current rank? The current rank is 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. 2 plus 2, 4. So 4, 4, and again 4. And again 4. Okay. So here it is going to add number of times the rank is repeating to the current rank. So 2 plus 2, 4. So for the next value the rank is 4. So 4, 4, 4 and 4. Now here again this rank is repeating 4 times. Again here this rank is repeating 4 times. And again for the next value it is going to count number of times the rank is repeating. So it is repeating 4 times. It is repeating 4 times. So it is going to add that count to the current rank. So 4 plus 4, 8. 4 plus 4, 8. Again 8. Now again this rank is repeating 2 times. Again this rank is repeating 2 times. So it is going to add that count to the current rank. So 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, so let me repeat again. What competition going to do is competition going to allocate the unique ranks if the values are unique. The values are repeating. For the repeating values, competition assigns the same rank. And to display the next rank, competition will count number of times the rank is repeating and it is going to add that count to the current rank to display the next rank. So it is the behavior of the competition. So any questions on the competition? Any question on the competition rank? Okay. So I am going with the next type, modified competition. So what modified competition will do? So first modified competition will check whether the value is repeating or not. Whether the value is repeating or not. So here what is the highest value here? 99. So here 99 is not repeating. So it is going to take for the highest value, it is going to take the rank as 1. Next, what is the next value? 98. Here 98 is repeating 2 times. So what modified competition will do means, modified competition will count number of times the value is repeating. So this value is repeating 2 times, it is going to add that count, okay, to the existing rank, to display the next rank. So now the existing rank is 1 and the value is repeating 2 times, so 1 plus 2, 3. So the modified competition rank is 3 and again for 98 the rank is 3. Next again the next value is 97. So the 97 is repeating 4 times. Next the 97 is repeating 4 times. So it is going to add that 4 to the existing rank to display the next rank. So now the rank is 7. So 3 plus 4, 7. 7, 7, 7 and 7. Next the 96 is repeating 2 times. So 2 plus 7, 9 again 9. Now 95 is repeating only once. So 1 plus 9, 10. So in simple, what modified competition will do means, modified competition will count number of times the value is repeating and is going to add that count to the current rank to display the next rank. Okay, so initially we have 99 means, then what will be the starting rank? The starting rank would be 2 because as highest mark is 2 and it is repeating 2 times, so it is going to take the count as 2. So 2 plus, so if we don't have any rank, it will take the value as 0. So 2 plus 0, 2. So it will take the starting value as what? 2. Okay, but in this case I have 98. Next dense rank. So what competition and modified competition are doing? You see here, if the rank is repeating in competition and modified competition, they are skipping the next immediate rank. Here 2 is repeating 2 times, it is not showing 3, it is going to 4. Similarly in modified competition, 3 is repeating 2 times, it is not showing next 4, it is going to 7. So competition and modified competition, they are skipping the next immediate ranks. So even though if the rank is repeating and if we don't want to skip the next immediate ranks, then we have to go with the dense rank. So how the dense rank going to work? Dense rank will allocate the ranks uniquely if the value is unique. If the value is repeating, for the repeating value, dense rank going to allocate the same rank. So 99 the rank is 1, for 98 the rank is 2, again 2, and for 97 it is going to show the next immediate rank, which is 3. So 3, 3 and 3, next 4, 4 and 5. So it is a behavior of the ranking functions. Okay. So what unique rank will do means unique rank uniquely allocate the ranks if the values are unique. Whereas competition rank will uniquely allocate the ranks if the values are unique. If the values are repeating, for the repeating values competition is in the same rank, and to display the next rank competition will count number of times the value is repeating and is going to add that number of times the rank is repeating, competition will count the number of times the rank is repeating and it is going to add that count to the current rank to displace the next rank. Whereas modified competition will uniquely allocate the ranks if the values are unique. If the value is repeating, it is going to count number of times the value is repeating and it is going to add that count to the current rank to displace the next rank. Whereas dense rank, the problem with the competition and modified competition is they're going to skip the next immediate ranks. So even though if the rank is repeating and if you want to displace the next immediate ranks, then we have to go with the dense rank. Okay, then we have to go with the dense rank. So these are the five different these are the four different rank types available in Tableau. So let me implement these ranks practically. I think I'm having the data in my desktop. So rank data, I think it's not there. So let me click on text file. Let me click on text file. Rank I'm taking SID and marks. So S1 99, I'm taking S2 also I'm taking 99. S3 I'm taking 98. S4 I'm taking 98. S5 I'm taking 98. S6 I'm taking 97. S7 I'm taking 97. S8 I'm taking 97. S9 I'm taking 97. S10 I'm taking 96. So let me save my data. So from Tableau, just connect to the rank data. So go to the text file, desktop, rank, click on open. So just create a new sheet. So I'm taking SID and marks I'm taking. So first I'm going to implement the unique rank. So how to add the unique rank? Click on it, add table calculation. So the calculation type is rank. Here the type is rank. Now here we're having the values in the vertical base, which is table down. Now we can able to sort the values either in the descending order or in the ascending order. But most of the times we'll compute the ranks in the descending order. So the rank type is I'm taking unique. So click on apply and click on OK. See here. So let me drag the marks again. So even though if the marks are repeating, unique rank is uniquely allocating the ranks. Let me change the alias name to unique rank. Just hit OK. Now I'm adding competition. So rank, competition table down, click on apply, click on OK. So I'm placing competition bottom. It has a competition. So now see here what competition is doing. Competition is allocating the same rank. Okay, if the value is repeating for the next rank, It is taking the rank as 3. Why? It is counting number of times the rank is repeating. So 1 plus 2, 3. Again, it is taking number of times the rank is repeating. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Again, it is taking number of times the rank is repeating. So 6 plus 4, 10. Let me add modified competition. So rank, modified competition. Click on apply and click on OK. So now I'm changing this name to modified competition. Just hit OK. So now once you the ranks for the modified competition, take the modified competition for 99. It is taking the rank as 2 because it is going to count the number of times the value is repeating. So rank is to next one is repeating 3 times, so 2 plus 3 5. Next one is repeating 4 times, so 5 plus 4 9. And next one is repeating only 1, so 9 plus 1 10. Next, dense rank. So you see here modified competition and competition, they are skipping the next immediate ranks. So I'm taking the rank, table calculation, dense, apply and OK. So now it is giving us the dense rank. Dense rank it off. Okay. These are the different rank types. Now let's compute the ranks for all the years, okay, across all the months, based on profits. How to get the profit ranks for all the years? Just simply right click on the profit, add table calculation, relation type is rank, table down. So which rank type we have to use? So depending on our domain we have to use. So if you are working with some educational domain, then you have to go with competition or modified competition, and in the remaining domains just go with the dense rank. Click on apply and click on OK. Now we are computing the ranks across all the years. So which one got the first one? 2013 November got the first rank and 2012 November got the second rank. And one more thing is, all these rank functions will work in a similar way. If you have the unique data. I'm having SID marks. Let's say for example I'm having the unique data like this, S298, S397, S496, S595. If you take the unique rank, okay, the rank is pretty simple. So 1, 2, 4, 5 in the descending order. And if I take the C rank, competition rank, so it is also pretty simple, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if I take the modified competition rank, same, because the values are unique, they're going to uniquely allocate the ranks. So all the ranking functions, they're going to work in a similar way if the data is unique. But in the real time, in most of the cases, we'll go with the dense rank, and also it is domain specific. So 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let me take one more task for the rank. I'm taking continent. Okay, I'm taking the order priority, and I'm taking customer segment. And I'm taking order quantity. Now I would like to get the order quantity ranks for every order priority, across the multiple customer segments and multiple components. So how to get the ranks? So just simply right click on the order quantity. So click on add table calculation. The calculation type is rank, and the addressing is as we want to perform in this complete pane, complete pane horizontally and vertically. So the addressing is pane across then down. So here we have to set the rank type as dense. Click on apply and click on OK. So now we are computing the ranks across the pane. It means across the order priority. So it's all about the ranks. Okay, the fifth type of the calculation. So I hope the ranks are clear, right? So any questions on the ranks, please? Any questions? Okay. So I'm moving on. The sixth type of table calculation. The sixth type of table calculation, percentile. So what we can able to do with the percentile? Okay, with the help of the percentile, we can able to identify how many values are falling above the current value and how many values are falling below the current value. And okay, with the help of the percentile, we can able to identify how many values are falling above the current value and how many values are falling below the current value. And the behavior of the percentile has changed from Tableau 9. From Tableau 9, the behavior of this percentile has changed. I will show the difference. So I'm taking continent and I'm taking sales. Okay, I'm taking sales. So here how to add the percentile? Right click on it, add table calculation. The calculation type is percentile. So addressing is table down. So we can able to compute the percentile in the ascending order and also in the descending order. So I'm selecting ascending. Just click on apply and click on OK. So now here Tableau is showing for Australia, here Tableau is showing the percentile as 0%, and for Africa 20%, Asia 100%, Europe 40, North America 80, South America 60. So here how we got this percentiles like this? Here how we got this percentiles like this? So what's the logic behind this? So in which order here we have computed the percentile? Okay, in the ascending order. So the logic is from 9 in the ascending order. The logic is in the ascending order we can able to identify how many values are less than the current value. In the ascending order we can able to identify how many values are falling below the current value, and in the descending order we can able to identify how many values are in the descending order we can able to identify how many values are falling above the current value. Okay, falling above the current value. So we are having a logic for this. The logic in descending order is number of values less than or equal to the current value, less than or equal to the current value divided by total number of values, all number of values less than, not equal, number of values less than the current value divided by total number of values excluding the current value into 100. Okay, so in the ascending order, the percentile is number of values less than the current value divided by total number of values excluding the current value into 100. So let me explain. Let me take this logic into my screen. So it is a logic, number of values less than the current value divided by total number of values into 100. Okay. So if I take this logic here, so if I take Africa, If I take Africa, so how many values are less than Africa? Australia is less than Africa, and also so only Australia. Okay, here only Australia is less than the Africa. So to take the current value, only one value is less than the Africa divided by here how many values we're having? 6 values, excluding the current value. What is the current value of Africa? So 6 minus 1, 5. So 1 by 5 into 100. 1 by 5 into 100. What is the percentile? 20%. So number of values less than the current value. We take Africa. Only Australia value is less than the Africa. So 1 divided by, here we are having 6 values excluding the current value. So it means n minus 1. So total 5 into 100. So it is equal to 20%. And if we take Asia, so how many values are less than Asia? If we take Asia, so all the values are less than Asia. So Africa is less than Asia, Australia is less than Asia, Europe, North America and South America also less than Asia. So total 5 values. 5 values are less than Asia divided by, so the total number of values are 6 excluding the current value Asia. So 5 by 5 into 100. So 5 by 5 into 100. So it is equivalent to 100%. And if we take Australia, so how many values are less than Australia? No value, so 0. 0 by 5. So 0 by 5 means what? 0%. In that way, here we got the percentiles in the ascending order. In the ascending order, it is a formula. Number of values less than the current value divided by total number of values excluding the current value into 100. Whereas in the descending order, the formula is number of values greater than the current value. The descending order of the formula is number of values greater than the current value divided by total number of values excluding the current value into 100. It is a formula in the descending order. So let's compute in the descending order also. Sales. So percentile. So table down, descending. Click on apply and click on OK. So now it is a percentile, it's a first field. If you go to the first field, so the first field is having descending. So it is P descending. Generally has to P DSC. Hit OK. That is P ASC. That is P ASC. Okay, in the descending order for Africa, we got 80%. In the descending order for Africa, we got 80%. So that we have to identify why we got 80%. So in the descending order, what is the formula? In the descending order, the formula is number of values greater than the current value. So we see Africa, Asia value is bigger than the Africa, and Europe value is bigger than the Africa, and even North America and South America value is also bigger than the Africa. So 4 values. So 4 by 5 into 100 because n minus 1. So total we have 6 values excluding Africa means 5. So 4 by 5 into 100. What is the percentile? 80%. Similarly, you take Australia, all the values are less than Australia. So, sorry, all the values are more than Australia. So 5 by 5 into 100. So here what this percentage indicates? In the ascending order for Africa, the percentage is 20%. It means 20% of the values, 20% of the values in this visualization are lesser than the Africa. For Asia, it is showing 100%. It means 100% of the values. It means all the values in my visualization are less than the Asia. And the descending order is showing 0%. It means no value in the visualization is bigger than the Asia. Okay, no value in my visualization is bigger than the Asia. So if I go to the Tableau 8, in Tableau 8, the behavior is different. If I drag the continent and if I take the sales, okay, I'm taking the same fields, continent sales, adding the table calculation. I'm taking the table calculation like as percentile. So I'm taking table down and I'm taking the order as ascending, click on apply and click on OK. So here we got the different percentiles. In the ascending, for Africa that we got, if we go here, the ascending for Africa we got 20%, and here we got 33.33%. So the percentile difference, the percentile behavior has changed from Tableau 9 till 8. Okay, the behavior is different. So what is the behavior till 8? Till 8 the behavior is till Tableau 8. Number of values less than or equal. Number of values less than or equal to the current value. Okay, till Tableau 8 the behavior is number of values less than or equal to the current value divided by total number of values. Only total number of values into 100. It is a behavior till Tableau 8. So let's try to understand this. So now we take the sales. If I take Africa, so how many values are less than Africa? One value is less than Africa. And how many values are equal to Africa? So till Tableau 8, the logic is number of values less than or equal to the current value divided by total number of values into 100. So if we take Africa, one value is less than Africa, that is Australia. And what about equal? The value itself is equal to the Africa, right? So total 2 values. 2 by, how many values we are having? 2 by 6. So 2 by 6 into 100. What is the percentile? Percentile is, so 1 by 3 into 100, which is equal to 33.33%. Similarly, in the descending order also, you go to the percentile, click on table down and click on the descending also. So in the descending, it is showing 83.33%. So even in the descending also, the logic is different. So the logic is number of values greater than or equal to number of values greater than or equal to current value divided by total number of values into 100. It is still Tableau 8. So now we take Africa. So how many values are more than Africa? Okay, how many values are more than Africa? So total 4 values. So equal to is 1 value. So 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 into 100. You see here, number of values greater than or equal. So we take Africa, 4 values are more than Africa, and the value itself is equal to Africa. So total 4 plus 1 divided by 6 into 100. So 5 by 6 into 100. So it is close to 83.33%. So in this way, the percentile going to work in the Tableau. And we have 2 more calculation types. They are running total and moving calculation. So in my tomorrow session, I am going to discuss these 2 things. And in my tomorrow session, I am going to discuss implementing the table calculations in the manual way. So any questions on this concept, guys? Any questions?